Good morning. It is December the 15th, 2017. Can you believe it? 16 more days left in the month of December in the year of 2017. I mean, time does fly. Today is quadruple witching hour in the indexes. There's a lot of incentive for the market makers to close the market between 26.65 and 26.70. And we'll look for that. The puts, the high volume number in the puts is way down at 25.75, way away. So puts aren't even in play right now. We'll start with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Now, that's a mouthful. We have news today that can move the markets. Empire Manufacturing Survey. Emergency medical services at 18. Could come in higher than forecast. IP plus 0.3 could come in higher than forecast. The number's been a little soft lately, may not. Manufacturing, IP plus 0.3. 77.2 for capacity utilization. Atlanta Fed, don't know, was plus 2% for inflation for businesses. And Baker Hughes rig count, don't know, was 1150. And 931, the U.S. numbers right here could come in higher than forecast as people try to get every expense they can into 2017 in anticipation of passage of Trump's tax bill. Focus for treasuries will be industrial production, direction of the Emini. The weakness in the Emini took us higher yesterday, didn't break us out to the upside, but it supported the market. If we have strength in the Emini today, you would think that we would sell. We've got a B in the overnight session, so we've got sellers starting at 17. So we'll make 16 to 20, sell 1. 23, 27, sell 2. On the buy side, I think we can go a little bit lower, so we'll start out 5 to 9, buy 1. 29 to 1, buy 2. And we'll put a question mark at 13. Just right now, I think we're headed lower. I think we can buy it on the cheap, but that remains to be seen as always. Do like the short side a little better because of anticipated strength in the E-mini. Looking at the 30-year, four to 8. First band of resistance. Sell 11 to 15, sell 1. 19 to 23, sell 2. On the buy side, support will be 24, 28. Buying 17s to 21s. And 5 to 9. Give it a little room on the downside. We'll have to see how she plays out. Looking at gold, gold was a little higher overnight. No markets go straight down. So we got resistance basically here at 60 to 63. So we'll make, as it looks like we're going a little higher, 63, 65, sell 1. Put a question mark here at 62. And then 68 to 70, sell 2. On the buy side, 55, 57. And 50, 52, the low yesterday came in above 52. I think if we break the 55 area today, we got a pretty good chance to head back down and go for stops below 50. I see it as a trading range with a lower bias. The euro really came roaring back overnight. I haven't seen any particular news. It was sold heavily yesterday on Draghi's lack of rhetorical support for the markets. Came back and took off. And Globex jumped up quite a bit. And my chart does not look right. Did a forced tick rebuild. We'll see. We should be in the March contract today. That probably explains the difference. That does explain the difference in the year March. We're in the March euro right now. So 119 even, sell 1. 1925, sell 2. On the buy side, 1875, buy 1, basis March. 1850 by 2 basis March. So the roll explains why it doesn't look the same. Okay, crude's kind of stuck in a range right now. Did find some buying last night. Stopped in London, so we got a seller at 50. So structural sell right here would be at 32 to 38. So we'll go 57.30, 57.50, sell 1. 75 to the buck, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make it 56.75. And 56 and a quarter, 56.50 for buy 2. And get those down. So on a $2 range, 59 plus, 57 minus. On a $3 range, 59 plus, 56 minus. I don't know if we're going to get to our 55 without a new piece of news of somebody cheating. Okay, the Emini, the talk overnight was that Rubio would vote for the tax bill, and we rallied. Markets around the globe outside of the FTSE all sold following yesterday's U.S. lead. Okay, yesterday's play in the options, 65s and 70s. So that's pretty good resistance. They usually, on option expiration day, they make a move up to freeze the calls, and they'll make a move down to freeze what few puts are out there. But the open interest in puts is at 25.70. That's so far away, it's not even in play. So 65 and 70 is where the calls are. The most open interest is 2,700. JP Morgan gave us a new trading target for the E-mini, 3,000. Don't doubt that the Dow's going to take out 25,000, maybe by year's end. That would be a nice Christmas present, wouldn't it? So our first sell at 64, 66. Then 69 to 71, like the sell at 69 to 71 better, just because it's at the outer edge of the market makers envelope where they have to write the biggest checks. A close below 65 makes the market makers the most money. On the buy side, we'll make 56, 58 buy 1. 51.53 by 2. But today's biggest dynamic, punctuated by comments from Republican senators, will be option expiration, futures expiration, quadruple witching hour. Tends to hold the markets in check. It's going to take a bit to get everything up and published. Going to get busy with it. Back with you as soon as possible.